Okay, welcome to week 3. So, a couple of housekeeping things. If you're behind on your assignments, turn them in. Turn them in. I do not penalize for late work. It's very important to me that you do the work, that you understand the material, because this is valuable. This is real life stuff. This is your government. And it's important that you understand about it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, this week we just have one reflection assignment. It's going to be over chapter 13, which is our reading for the week, and one quiz. 5 questions, you've done them. We're just kind of taking a breather after the big paper last week. So this week we read chapter 13, and it's all about the courts. And so why do we need a Supreme Court? We needed one to interpret the law. That's what Alexander Hamilton tells us in Federalist 78. We need a court to tell us what the law is. And when John Marshall became the Chief Justice, he really said, here's what the court does. We're going to look at things, what we say goes. He really defined the Supreme Court and how it functions even to this day in many respects. There's a book about him. It's titled Without Precedent, and it's about John Marshall and his life and time, his life leading up to being the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and then his time as the Chief Justice as the Supreme Court. It's a fascinating book. I highly recommend it. It's not dry at all. It's engaging, it's entertaining. He had a cousin that was a real renegade that is mentioned in one chapter. It's a fabulous book, Without Precedent, and it's about John Marshall and his time as the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Okay, so Article 3 of the Constitution establishes the Supreme Court, and it says that the power of the United States shall be vested in one Supreme Court and in inferior courts, I'm paraphrasing now, as Congress sees fit. So we needed a Supreme Court because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. It trumps any state law. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. So we needed a Supreme Court with judges who were appointed by the president, who couldn't, for life, appointed for life. And that way, if the state courts did something that would threaten the new nation, then that could be dealt with and corrected. Because we're coming off of the Articles of Confederation where the states were really strong. The states were really independent. And so now we're bringing everybody together. We don't want somebody going rogue and wrecking the whole thing. The judges, as outlined in Article 3, are appointed by the president, and they have their offices for life during good behavior, and they are going to receive compensation, their same compensation. It's not to be diminished while they are serving. And it is thought by the constitutioncenter.org that this provision was designed to make sure that judges are independent. They are not beholden to anyone. It's not the same as, political offices that are elected, re-elected. It's nothing like that. They're appointed for life. They're going to get their same level of compensation. They don't have to worry about it. They can decide according to their knowledge, their conscience. They're not beholden to special interests or anything like that. It was solely to be independent, and so that they didn't have to worry about somebody, powerful people, political action groups, majority of the people. They can't be voted out. So those are the requirements. Good behavior. They shall hold their offices during good behavior. So that's the only thing that could get them really kicked out. And then in Federalist 78, Hamilton's talking about judicial independence. And he said that that was the best expedient which can be devised in any government to secure a steady, upright, and impartial administration of the laws. So keep that in mind as you're going through chapter 13 this week, and turn in your work if you're missing work. If you have questions about something, if you're struggling with something, please get a hold of me, and I wish you well. Thank you.